The revolutionary humanists did it again. They did it again, October 20th. October 20th. You know what they think is the holiday for October 20th? They think that this man, Norman Borlaug won a Nobel Peace Prize. Well, guess what? About dozens of people win goddamn Nobel Peace Prize every fucking year. But all know Norman Borlaug won a Nobel Peace Prize in 1970, and we're just supposed to swoon. Meanwhile, Richard Pryor, he had been awarded the first ever Mark Twain Prize for American humor. You also had the 12,000-year-old fossil, Luzia, the oldest known fossil in South America, that was announced, found mostly intact after the devastating fire at Brazil's National Museum. We almost lost the oldest known fossil in South America, 2018, but it was saved. So Richard Pryor is more important than Norman Borlaug. Luzia is more important than Norman Borlaug. Who the fuck is this Norman Borlaug fucking motherfucker? He died at 95 years of age, so he knows how to live long. He was pushing for agricultural food production. He wanted a green revolution, so he wanted to, in order to save forest, to save deforestation, to stop deforestation, he wanted farms to have high yields. So that's the Borlaug principle, and that's it. Some asshole came along and said, you know what? These farms should produce more, and that'll save the forest. And that's the hero of the fucking day. That's the hero of the day. In 1997, the U.S. accused Microsoft of violating PACT Force and IE browsers on computers. Yeah, that's called a fucking monopoly. In 1997, the U.S. government was confronting Microsoft, the monopoly. So, green fucking revolution, David. What about the red revolution? The Red Army of Soviets and Yugoslav troops free Belgrade. That's Emily Jasinski, right? She doesn't know that. 1944, the Red Army of Soviets and Yugoslav troops free Belgrade. Belgrade, that's Serbia, right? Beatles get a gold record for yesterday, the first test flight, New York to Sydney, by commercial airliner, Qantas Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Now, the top three, I think that the great general strike in Russia, that lasted 11 days. It's the beginning of the Russian Revolution. 1905, the great general strike, you had railway workers who said they're enough with the goddamn bullshit. They're not going to work until they get better conditions. That starts October 21st. Wait a second. October 8th. No, hold on. Now, wait. It said a railroad strike begun on October 7th. October 20th swiftly developed into a general strike in most of the large cities. Okay, so October 20th, October 21st, which is it? That's important. But that's Russian Revolution, right? You also got the Guatemalan Revolutionary Army Day, 1944. So you got some Russian Revolution going on. You got some Guatemalan Revolution going on. The Kingdom of Westphalia is going to be abolished, 1813. The chemist, archer, John Porter Martin and James Lovelock give the first demonstration of gas chromatography. This helps the petrochemical industry out a lot. Gas chromatography. It's an analytical technique used to separate the chemical components of a sample mixture and then detect them to determine their presence or absence and or how much is present. So that's, I guess that's not important, huh? To the holidays, gas chromatography. No. Let's just talk about the Green Revolution. Let's not talk about gas chromatography. Let's not talk about the Kingdom of Westphalia. Let's not talk about the Guatemalan Revolutionary Army Day or the Great General Strike in Russia. Whether that began, October 20th, so that would be today holiday or tomorrow holiday. And then, that would be my number one and my number two. My number three would be in 2002, you got the largest underwater pipeline in the world opens. It's for natural gas. It's called the Blue Stream in Turkey. 2002, the largest underwater pipeline in the world. You think that's important? To be able to have underwater pipelines, strong underwater pipelines. We also got the Monterey Bay Aquarium, the largest artificial environment marine life, opens in 1984. Tom Petty was born. You don't know how it feels to be me, free fallen, Vigio Mortensen is born. He starred in Eastern Promises, History of Violence, The Green Book, Lord of the Rings, Carlito's Way, Captain Fantastic, Coco, Pixar animated film, the first 9-figure budget film with an all-Latino cast premieres in Moriella Film Festival. The Return of the King, Lord of the Rings is published, the meter is defined, the Sydney Opera House is open. So in terms of science, it's between the Monterey Bay Aquarium, the Blue Stream Pipeline, and the Sydney Opera House. And of course, the Green Revolution. In 1862, amnesty proclaimed for escaped slaves of Suriname. So, you know, it's pretty important for the escaped slaves of Suriname to have amnesty. 1862, that's in the middle of America's Civil War over slavery. So we're going to go with this Borlaug guy because he wants to, you know, another way to decrease deforestation. Stop cutting down the goddamn forest. Stop cutting the goddamn forest. Having high-yield farms is just smart for capitalism. It's good for society. It's good for the farmer. It's good for the, you know, that's just common sense. Of course, you want a farm that produces as much as it possibly can produce. Of course, you want high yield. But you also, you know, why cut down a whole bunch of trees? Why can't you somehow raise crops and raise trees, right? I mean, and you have to, what, clear cut? No, I mean, my God, keep a tree or two here or there. Jesus Christ, I don't feel like you don't have to clean cut a forest just to have a goddamn farm. You can cut, you know, enough for the sunlight to get through, and now you got trees and you got farm stuff. So is, you know, Norman Borlaug and his Green Revolution, is it more important than the Sydney Opera House? I don't know. That's an archaeological feat. The Blue Stream, the largest underwater pipeline. I don't know. That's actually some real shit. You know, he thought about some shit, but this is some real shit. Monterey Bay Aquarium. That sounds awesome. The largest artificial environment, marine life. Marine life, the Guatemalan Revolution, I'm sure that was important. Russian Revolution, the Great General Strike in Russia. And then, of course, gas chromatography, which I'm not sure about gas chromatography, but if the petrochemical industry is investing in this shit, clearly they think it's useful. So the gas, you know, chromatography, that remains to be seen. That's real science. Meanwhile, this Green Revolution, Norman Borlaug, L-A-U-G, Borlaug. Good old Norman Borlaug. Yesterday, our troubles seemed so far away.